Welcome everybody back to Memory Not Found. As you can see, I got Bioshock Remastered for free because I have such a boner for this game. So we're gonna play a new game. We're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna go survival. I have already turned off the Vita Chambers because only pussies use Vita Chambers. Pussy. Anyway, so I fell in love with this game when I first got it, and that was years ago when they released it on the Xbox 360. Oh hey, exposition. Anyway, it was I bought it on a whim.
They told me.
I think the second
Son,
to last game that I pre-ordered.
You're special.
And I only picked it up
to do great
because
things.
I was like, this I'm gonna give this game a shot. And then the last game I pre-ordered was Turok, so you can tell why I stopped playing, or why I stopped doing pre-orders. So this one was a nice surprise. Ended up fell in love with this game. I played it over and over and over again, it's a really good game. A lot of the complaints I've been reading about this lately is the keyboard and mouse is kind of fucked. I'm like, I don't use that anyway because this game wasn't built for keyboard and mouse. It was built for a controller. And I'm gonna hear everyone that's like, "Oh, you're faster. It's faster with a mouse and keyboard." Blah blah blah. That's not what the game was built for. The game was built for the 360. It just happened to get ported to the PC later. Shut up. So yeah, basically this is just Bioshock, map texture pack. So, updated graphics, from what I understand, the audio is still relatively the same, but everything's just more Bernie. Ooh, Bernie Sanders. So yeah, so let's get into this. I remember most of this game pretty well, so it's at this point, it's just basically, explosion. Yeah, it's the same audio, pretty much. But at least the visuals are better. And I think that's what matters. The fact that the visuals are now better. It's definitely up to par with Infinite. So, because I remember this being kind of grainy looking. Now this is like screenshot-worthy stuff. It's like, oh yeah, look at how cool that is. So yeah, that's kind of impressive, actually. But yeah, so, pretty much fell in love with the series. The second one is kind of a letdown, mostly because the original director wasn't part of it, and then he came back for Infinite. Alright, this is how we'll know if it's still really good. Oh yeah, that's way better. Way more details. So yeah. So at this point, you're just basically watching a dude with nostalgia goggles on, just, playing a game again. That's a lot better. A lot better visuals. Because I tried replaying. Well, I did replay it, but I replayed it again on the PC. But since there's like you can't turn off Vita Chambers and this and that, like you'd have to go in through it and do the whole. Oh wow, this is a lot better. It's a lot nicer. And I'll try not to spoil everything because nothing sucks more than spoils. If you haven't played this game. I don't know how the hell you've gone. I mean, maybe you're 14 or something, but I don't know how you've gone this long without playing Bioshock, other than, well, I don't like FPSs. It's still a game worth giving a shot. It's a good story. The ending's kind of shitty, considering that it basically boils it down to like just two options. But
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm
up.
here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man
But
in Washington.
if
belongs to the poor.
I guess the other thing
No,
to recommend
says the
is
man
there's
in
a
the Vatican,
standalone book.
he belongs to
I can't
God.
remember who wrote it, but I'm in the
No,
middle of
says
reading
the
it
man in
about
Moscow.
the universe of
Belongs
Bioshock, and it
to
really
everyone.
fills in a lot of the details that you don't get to see,
rejected those
or you don't really get to fill in until like Game
Instead,
2, and like
I
Game
chose
2,
something
like I said, it's kind of I mean,
I
it's got its
chose
own
the
merits,
impossible.
but it's not as good as
chose
the first and Infinite. Like the second one was kind of a, it was I don't want to say an obvious cash in on the popularity of the first one, but it seems like kind of what it was.
would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained.
Oh, also,
by
if you don't
the
like
small.
subtitles, fuck you.
The sweat of your brow.
Oh wow,
Rapture.
everything's really updated. Like, I don't remember those jellyfish being there. There's the first scuba guy. Scuba guy. The whale was there, though. I remember the whale. But yeah, no, that looks a lot better. So, it's kind of, so maybe what it is when I'm done with this, I'll replay 2 again. Because I remember when I played it, I wasn't totally impressed with it, but I don't know. Maybe it was because I was still living on the high of this one that I was like, oh, this is kind of shitty. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, you should read the book. The book's really good. I mean, it's kind of more into the whole backstory kind of stuff. So, but I like it. I think it's pretty well written. And then like the characters pretty much fit themselves. You kind of fit. You figure out where everybody fits in the whole downfall of Rapture itself, and this and that.
One more minute. Spear's coming up now. Johnny, security's banging off all over. Get a move on.
But so this was the scene that's supposed to like draw you into the game. Like this is right here. But I guess the big thing is like everybody knows the twist for this whole thing, and oh Jesus, they look way worse.
Is it someone new?
Okay, so now they look way more fucked up than they did before. Oh, it's so scary. She's gonna get me. I'm so scared. Oh no. Oh no. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh yeah, flashing lights, by the way.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio?
Alright, everybody pay attention to that phrase. Shortwave radio. Not would you kindly, that has nothing to do with the game. It's only uttered once. But I'm sure there's a billion other people doing a playthrough of this game, and I just figured I'd just replay it, and what the hell, make you guys watch it while I basically relive my life. And make sure something though. Did I turn those off? Yep. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure the Vita chambers are off. I don't like playing with the Vita chambers because then I'm not a man. But so you can see, especially in the books, this one, like this whole scene, basically starts because of Fontaine. Ugh, that does not look good at all. I mean, I get that's supposed to be all stroby and shit, but that just does not look good. Maybe it's coming through just normal on the stream, but for like my monitor, like I see the lines where they're flashing and stuff. It looks like shit.
Just a bit further.
Yeah, I see it.
How do you like that, sister?
Yeah, that looks like shit on my monitor.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something?
So yeah.
Bloody splicer. Seal Johnny in before they...
God, just let me pick it up.
Splicers.
Like I said, this definitely looks a lot better than it did. But anyway, so like, anyone that's played the game before knows this is just a retexture, so it's not a shit. Oh, by the way, yeah, we are playing on survival mode. There's no block. Is there? Damn. But so like they fill in the whole details of like the backstory, but this whole thing comes up, like the whole world becomes apart because of Andrew Ryan and Fontaine end up going at it, because, well, you'll find out that Fontaine's not really in it for the betterment. He's there to make money. So, all right, here we go. I don't remember that being red, but okay.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
Feels good, man. Feels really good. But,
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped.
so yeah, so
Wonder
I
if
know,
he's still got some
I read the book, I did the whole, like, you know, I read different things. Like, this this game basically is going to be stuck with me for the rest of my life.
You're a weak shopper.
This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy.
Yellow always had been. You'll be no better off with Metal Daddy, little fish. See you floating from my...
But, oh, it's just other stuff at play. But, I really like the series. I thought it's always been really good to me. But, I did like how the second one kind of fills in the details of the little sisters a little more, too.
I can see light coming
But
from
I guess the other
stone.
side of that coin is,
Wait a
like,
minute.
seeing the,
He's still breathing.
just seeing the kind of
It's
bullshit
alright.
that they pull out and like,
I know
oh,
he'll be
this is
angel
not,
soon.
I don't know if you guys were thinking about this when you did it, but, this is not good. I mean, it's cool to kind of see how, in the second one, like, the little sisters kind of have, like, augmented realities. Oh, anybody else see that, or is it just me? Like, there's, like, a shadow box where the, oh yeah, there's a little shadow box where the fucking subtitles are. That's kind of shit. Anyway, oh, potato and pepper. Alright. Nothing in the pneumo tube. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's a little more updated. Neat. But yeah, so the book kind of talks about how everybody fits into the whole equation and how this place came to be and all that. It's pretty good. It's definitely worth a read. Oh no, I'm gonna drown. I wonder if this thing fills up. Oh, I guess it does. It's kind of cool. Anyway. So here we go. Ignore those, because they just drain shit. There's a Vita chamber that's practically useless. Check the storage crate. I think X. There we go.
Give them a combo. Zap them, then whack them. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch.
So stuck up here. Leave me alone!
Damn. Okay, so you get 2 shots out of it at least. They sure do drop a lot of health kits, so I don't know.